Testing. What's going on? What am I buying today? Can't buy anything today. It's Saturday. But I'm going after the financial sector. That's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm like literally doing homework break. No, I'm probably not going to target any Bitcoin. As you know, this is not financial advice for entertainment purposes. Only disclaimer in my description. I don't know. Crypto, I mean, I have some crypto. I'm just not too excited about crypto right now. More excited about TSLY ETF because if they have another dividend that's pretty nice, I mean, I'm probably going to implement them in M1 Finance as well as E-Trade. So that might be a dollar cost average with that. So no crypto. I'm actually selling all my crypto. I'll worry about that later. I mean, I crypto stake, but crypto doesn't really excite me. There's too many issues going on. I mean, I made what, $40-some today. Yeah, it's not a good long term. I think I'm gonna use TSLY to buy my dividend growth stocks and other dividend stocks, kind of turbocharge the portfolio. I mean, it's good for the short term, like you said. I mean, if I can make, 400, 500 a month in M1 Finance and then throw that into other dividend stocks, that would be beautiful. So they have a high expense ratio. That's the one thing that's kind of a turnoff, but it's just one of those things that I'm looking at doing. So I just kind of felt like it. I'm going to do a YouTube and chill briefly while I'm meal prepping. Speaking of meal prepping, I have Tyson Foods right now, Tyson Chicken. I have a distribution of 3% in my M1 Finance. So that's one thing that I'm looking at is buying some Tyson because, again, chicken's cheap and how many people buy Tyson products in the stores. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. But again, TSLY isn't the ultimate. It's not like an infinity stone. It's an infinity stone would be like if I had 100, 200 shares into like, what would be a good one? If I had 100, 200 in like T-Row or something like that, that would be pretty effective. But again, I mean, the way I look at TSLY and these yield max ETFs, it's not the most reliable, but can you use it to supplement income and buy other dividend stocks? You should, I mean, if you're at work, you want to raise. So that's the way I see TSLY is to buy something, it's like, how do I want to say this? It's like you're making money in side hustles so that you can buy dividend stocks, or you're using a side hustle to pay for graduate school and stuff, will be a return investment. So that's kind of what I see with that. Hey, what's going on, Sham? Hopefully there's no more fires. It's actually raining out here in Ohio right now. And I live literally a mile from Lake Erie, and I can see it. That's why I'm getting the heck out of here. I mean, I can't in Northeast Ohio. The snow just gets terrible in the winter. But I can tell you, Shamir, looking across to Lake Erie, it looked like I was on Tatooine when it was like orange because of the smoke. Like recently, it was terrible. Speaking of Canadian stocks, Enbridge, I like those guys. I have some shares in them, and it was a good dividend day. I made, yeah, it has been some release. I made about $140 today in dividends, and I use that dividend income to buy. Like I said, I'm going after the financial sector stock. Oh, I hope you enjoyed it, Steve. I don't like AT&T. I'm kind of with Matt Money on that. Um, it's just the revenue trends. I mean, I'll take a bigger risk with Walgreens, WBA, versus somebody like AT&T and Verizon and the communication sector stocks, because all you get is phones, mostly. And IBM took a hit. So I posted that video for you guys. I just didn't like the way the trends were. Now with Walgreens, they are doing stuff with, I mean, they're taking a huge hit. I'm taking a risk on that, like I'm doing with Zim. But I brought the distribution down from Walgreens to 1%. Those guys are close to being a dividend king. I'm probably going to do a video on Walgreens and why I'm buying them. It's a risk. That one I would put play money in. I mean, that's what I'm putting money in, is play money in. And I'm not giving financial advice, but that's one that's interesting. Obviously, CVS is better, but people need their medications. So EBF. If I looked at that now, league cable story with the telcos hasn't helped either with the weigh in them down much. Yeah, it's going to be interesting in the long run. I think IBM might be better off. IBM might be in decent shape, but I ain't buying them. Yeah, I can maybe post a video tomorrow on the stocks that I'm purchasing. It was a really big dividend day for me. Gary, by the way, nice name. I made $196 today in dividends. So I can go over my distribution and reflect on what I'm buying pretty much for Monday and that. And there is one financial sector stock I'm looking at. I got rid of Ares Capital Corporation. I just think all the wait, I'm sorry, not Ares Capital, Ares Commercial one. That's yeah. The symbol is what? Hold on. Which one am I getting rid of? Ares Commercial Real Estate. I'm not a fan of commercial real estate right now. I don't like the way things are trending, so I got rid of them. And I'm going to focus on a little bit more REITs. I'll go over that with you guys. Probably post a video on that with Ares Commercial. Just commercial rates are a little rough right now. I think with Kilroy Realty, I'm still going to hold on to them. I know Ryan has Kilroy Realty. That's just the way I'm looking at it. Well, people need their medicine. Yes. Diabetes, obesity, and stuff. And you can e-prescribe medications to Walgreens, which is one of the medications that they'll do that. Hey, don't forget Kroger has a pharmacy too. So, that's one way Kroger makes money as well. I'm going to discuss that in part 2 with Kroger. But that's just a few things that I'm looking at right now. I'm not going heavy into Walgreens. I'm still going after the financial sector and real estate sector. Yes, Walmart does have pharmacies. You can quote me if I'm wrong, but I think Target does have a pharmacy too. Maybe wrong, but that's the other thing. There's competition, and Walmart is really focusing on this telehealth. I'm sorry, not Walmart. Walgreens is really focusing on telehealth, and I think that's important. And these minute clinics, and I think long run, just me, I'm not giving financial advice. It's a huge risk. I think long run, those guys will be maybe okay, but the thing is that they're on pace to being a dividend king, so they'll do whatever they can to have that reputation of being a dividend king. Now they're managed better than AT&T. They're managed, and the revenue's been better. But it's going to be interesting. I just being honest with you guys. I mean, I'm not too excited about Walgreens. If it takes a hit, I'll just tax loss harvest. But still holding on to it. The biggest dividend stock, I'm going to just go over this, that I've been really buying and targeting is Truist Financial Corp. That one I'm pretty excited about. TFC is a symbol. I have 48 shares right now. Very excited to see that one. So this one I've been buying, and guess what? Its price per share is not doing too exciting, but that's what I like right now because I'm targeting the financial sector and real estate sector with my dividend investing strategy. So that's what I'm looking at. Saw Bank of America had some negative news. Their price is down. I really like Wendy's. Starbucks, I have how many shares of Starbucks right now? 7.38. One Main Holdings, OMF, is one of my high yielders. I really like that one. Right now, I only have 39 shares. I need to get a lot more with that. I posted a video too for you guys with Altria. I just don't like their revenue trends. It just turned me off. So I got rid of them. I may rebuy them, but I just, it's so focused on one thing, and long term wise, I don't know how they'll do because there's more education about smoking. And I also provide my rationales as to with Altria, now you can get a random nicotine or cotinine test, which is a byproduct of nicotine. And if you're a smoker, you have to pay more with insurance. And somebody like myself that's a travel nurse, I had to do a P test in a week or two. So it's and it has nicotine. It's a nicotine test or cotinine test as well as drugs. So that's something just to my thought process of why I don't know. I'm just a little iffy on that. A little iffy on it. I was going to see what you guys think of Altria and what you guys think long term of Altria right now. Do you guys think that the dividend is sustainable? Are they going to continue to hike Altria? I just don't. I mean, the only way that I could see them being really powerful is with this vaping. I think that's the one thing that'll get them going is this vaping. And if the legalization of Mary Jane in the United States, that's the one thing that'll get them really rolling. If you guys been looking at Pfizer, it's been way down. That's one I want to bring up as well. Pfizer's been way down. I still think people are gonna vape and they don't care. Yeah, that's the thing with these oils is you just don't know what's in it, and then people are smoking joints and it's laced with fentanyl. And could these cheap um, cheap ones be laced? That's another one. I think it has to do with excess vitamin E or oils. People are getting popcorn lung and all that, so it's kind of interesting. Pfizer's been very cheap right now, so I'm just letting you know I provided a pretty big video on pharmacology and medications regarding that, and they bring a lot to the table. Yeah, I mean, I have VTI and SCHD. Um, I'm kind of disappointed with SCHD adding, what was it, the Ford. I mean, why would you add Ford? I don't understand that rationale. And their dividend trends are unattractive, which is one thing. I wouldn't be surprised long term if VYM is better than SCHD with dividend trends because they've have a cheaper expense ratio. I'm pretty sure as well. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but still VYM is pretty nice. Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy. Just problems in smoking. I mean, I own SCHD. Um, Still pretty nice. The only problem, Steve, I see with Ford is where's the dividend? Where are the dividend hikes? Yeah, I'm doing all right, Tim. I'm actually just meal prepping right now. I have T- Tyson Foods right now rolling in my um, oven right now. I'm baking chicken right now. So Tyson's one dividend stock I've been loading up. I will start options trading when I graduate. When is Disney starting to pay a dividend? Um, they better resume it. I mean, it's the only way I'll buy them is if they renew their dividend. I mean, they're a pretty good semi-annual stock. I mean, they took a huge hit when the pandemic hit, getting a little too political, and their ratings have gone down. And the thing with Disney, I'm pretty sure they own like some ESPN, and college football playoff is going to be insane. I mean, I think the ratings are going to be huge once they expand the playoff. It's already huge to begin with. And, United States, we like our college football. I actually like college football better than professional football. And I think there's just a lot of potential with them earning a lot of money with college football and ESPN. I think that's going to be huge. Well, options are risky. Probably my first one I'll try is Sachem Capital and mess around with that, or Horizon Technology, HRZN. Nice. I'm hoping that Yield Max, I think the biggest game changer, and this is what I'm excited for, is when all these Yield Max ETFs are going to go on M1 Finance, because I can use all their income to buy my dividend growth stocks. I would love to make like $400 in Yield Max ETFs, and just literally that straight $400 goes into Starbucks like each month. That would be beautiful. And that's what I plan on doing with those. They're not, long-term beauty things, because they're so up and down and volatile. I'm happy if I make 50 cents just from one of them. And so it's going to be interesting. So, that's those Yield Max ETFs, that they're a risk. I still have Intel. That might be one that I may do options on. I'd have to really think about it with options trading or covered calls or puts. I got to learn how to do that. A lot of people say it's pretty straightforward, but I really need to look into stuff and do a little bit of paper trading and messing around first before I start getting really aggressive, because options trading is a way to turbocharge a dividend portfolio. A lot of my friends do that. Intel's in the microchip race, and I still own shares in those guys, and they're planning on competing with the the microchip race, and they're building a new plant out in Ohio, which is going to be huge. So I'm still going to hold on to it. Am I going to have it on M1 Finance or E-Trade or something? I don't know yet. I'm not too right now. I'm more excited with the financial sector stocks, Truist Financial, KeyCorp, Huntington, all those guys. What else do I got here that's pretty exciting for me? Regions Financial Corp, I'm almost at $100 shares. US Bank Corp. What else we got? Bank of America's way down. Citizens Financial Group, I'm pretty excited with that, and Ally Financial. So really just going after those financial sector stocks, and probably Tyson Foods because they're down. That's what I'm looking at. I have a 1.8% over 3 with my dividend distribution. So Tyson Foods will probably get some loving soon. Already Kroger's, I have some dividends getting Kroger. I have some dividends getting Banco ZK, $60 worth of dividends for Fifth Third Bancorp. I got some dividends going into WP Carey, and then Alpine Income Property Trust. So starting to kick in. The dividend snowball effect is starting to kick in. And honestly, there's 18 people, and I just decided to wing it and come on here. So, a lot of you guys that hit that notification bell, this is what you get. You get me going live like this and winging it. So, kudos to you for hitting that notification bell and me hopping on here. Well, that's exciting. I need to get, I'm almost there at 1K dividends per month. I mean, obviously with yield max, that'll get to there, but I'll get there. And Mike, which monthly payers are you looking at? I'm going to tell you, I am so glad that I got EPR properties on that dip. Hopefully they start hiking their dividends soon. But they're taking a while to recover. Trying to see if Mike, do you hear me? I'm just trying to see what your monthly payers are. I mean, my goal is to make about $2,000 to $4,000 a month in my quarterly dividends. I think that's highly possible and realistic. So that's going to be one of my first goals is to hop on there, and then $1,000 $3,000 a month of my monthly dividends, and probably TSLY and those guys are going to help in the long run. But right now, I just want to get to that. Just want to finish graduate school so I can be a lot more active on this channel. August 4th, I graduate, so I'm just really looking forward to being done. I mean, I changed my niche, 4 years ago or so. I'm at 13K subscribers, so this channel is starting to get a lot bigger. So that's one thing that excites me. What am I at right now? 13,241. Yeah, I mean, Jeppy and JEPQ, I'll probably get those guys in the long run so I can get my monthly passive income. I like the consistency right now. That's why I'm going after Realty Income and Stag and a lot of those stocks. Well, Stag I haven't bought for a while, but yeah, Stag, I'm disappointed still in their dividend growth. I still have some shares, but I'm not like overly excited. Yeah, I have Main Street Capital. I really like those guys. So, Mike, somebody I've met just through FinTwit uses a lot of their monthly dividend stocks to, just like what you're naming, to buy the quarterly dividend stocks. Know a lot of people that have done that. Yeah, TLTW. That's one that I'm looking at. I got to check the dividend schedule on that, but the yield max ones, and it's just I feel a lot more confident with yield max buying stuff, so that way I don't have to worry about looking at my M1 Finance dividend portfolio, because I mean, long term wise, they're not. Let's just say, I mean, if you have 1,000 shares in those guys, and then you use it to Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I plan on doing, Gunner. I just wish M1 Finance would get those ones on there. I think that's what excites me, is when I can really start loading up those guys and then really not pay a dime and then just have those guys pay for everything. Once I start getting, like, 100, 200 shares in a lot of my stocks, I'm going to be really excited and definitely have those guys incorporated in my dividend investing strategy. Some people use their, I think somebody made a comment, they use their TSLY income to buy SCHD. I find that very interesting and a unique strategy. Uh, there's just so many things that you can do. Looks like there's a bug flying in the background. Devo's interesting one. Nusi fell off the map. I haven't seen one person discuss Nusi at all. I found that very interesting. Yeah, there's some people that have done some serious damage with their dividend portfolios with Devo. That's another one. What is the one that I'm probably going to do a video on? What is it? Let me see. Let me look it up. Hold on. Hold on. Manulife Financial Corp, MFC. That's one that I'm looking at. MFC. What made you get rid of it? It's understandable. It's not a bad idea either. So I was just kind of hopping on, doing a wing it thing. I've been on for a half hour. that's kind of, I was just hopping on to say hello to you guys and stuff. I'm going to get going, but I can't wait to be live more and really interact with you guys. I mean, there's 22 people on here, and in the future, there'll be hundreds. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people, and it's going to be very exciting just to integrate, go on chats. I mean, I don't even mind some days doing it like three or 4 days a week, just like a wing it and stuff when I have more time. Because I really want to focus on this channel. I finally have time to focus on the channel. And, changing my niche from 4 years ago was a game changer. And that's kind of what I don't know if I'll have a Patreon account. I mean, I just like things for free. I mean, I don't mind helping him out and going on his doing his happy hours with him. I mean, that's a lot of fun. I mean, he can literally call me on my cell phone and be like, "Hey, do you want to get on for a happy hour?" I'm like, "Sure." I don't mind doing that. You just tell him to get me on there. Have him call me or something. I don't mind hopping on his channel or interacting. Yeah, no problem. All right, you guys take care and have a great Saturday, and I'll have a video for you guys tomorrow. Take care.